Third unit is in surveying 2. Third unit is areas and volumes. Areas and volumes. Okay, so that's it. We are introduced. We are enter into the third unit. So why it is important to find out the areas and volumes? What is importance? Why we learned these units? What is the importance to these units? You already know. So in every civil engineering project, we have to identify what is the total plot area. Plot area. If you take it as the plots, you have to identify the plot area. So total plot area, how it is used, how much is not used. Residential area, building area, plot of build-up area. So remaining areas. So you have to find out those individual areas. Sir, we can easily find out the areas. What is this complications? No complications at all. These are the same things you have already known. So no need to fear. These are the some different topics. No, it is very simple topic. Areas and volumes. You can easily understand by your elementary school knowledge. No need to some trigonometric equations series is no, very simple to find out area and volume. Okay, and also this topic is you can learn high level knowledge, not a somewhat good level of knowledge in estimation and costing. Estimation and costing subject you can learn in E3. I think E3 first semester, second semester they can put it. So you can learn good knowledge of estimation and costing subject. Okay, so vast amount of project you have to estimate total. Not to estimation means not only area, but area, volumes, length, width, breadth, and cost, each unit cost. So that is the total subject. So you can learn very much on this topic, but this is just a small, only stick with areas and volumes, no costing, nothing, just area. Okay, so now also in which type of another type of problems arises, where we can arise these problems, not only flat areas. next 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 canals. What is it? If you dig a canal, if you want to dig a canal, so how much amount of volume we have to do the earthwork? So that is a volume. In those volume, so canal is something like, so something, so this much height, maybe height na, so this much height, maybe this is a plane. So how much volume we have to dig, or we have to do earthwork? So maybe you don't know. So for amount pays to the contractors or the workers based on the amount of earthwork he did. So that amount of earthwork means how much volume he take. Based on that only we have to to make a transition, money transition. So how much of earthwork he have to do placing. Okay, so based on that, first we have to find out how much volume, how much earthwork he has to done. That is, we have to calculate and placed in a tender. That is, should be placed in a tender. So okay, so and also see it is, sir, there is not complication, sir, it's a canal, something area into volume. No, because the depth of the canal is maybe not equal. See, place by place you see irregular, because maybe canal depth is okay, but the amount of earthwork we have to done, maybe the earth is placed like this. Earth, maybe if you take this level, earth something like this, you have to dig by some this amount. So in this place you have to do this much of earthwork, in this place you have to do this much of earthwork. So by the irregularity, so you have to find out exact amount of total volume. Okay, volume. So canals, that is the best. And mostly next, bankings. Banking, sir, what is banking? Not a bank transition. So maybe those are the barrages, like barrages something. Maybe every village has a pond or చెరువు అంటారు కదా, చెరువు. సో ఆనకట్ట అంటారు, ఆనకట్ట. So how much of amount of we have to do banking? So that's it na. So that's the banking. So like this, every every barrages or something, water resources, water placing, so you have to maintain a banking throughout the circumference. So like this na. So how much amount of earth or soil required, you have to find out the total amount of soil required. Are understood? So in this, so many complications are there. These are the discussed in soil mechanics. Because what are the complications? So some soil has some void ratio, some different soil has some different void ratio. So if you press something load on this, how much it's compressed, how much its compressibility, so what is the porosity, void ratio, and water content. So so some soil, if you dig out like this, if you compress it, it will go like this, how much it will compress. So these are all learning in soil mechanics, soil properties. So we don't discuss in soil properties, we just discuss how much of volume, total volume of the banking or river. Banking of the river, not river, it's a pond, small thing. So okay. And also something like retaining walls. If something is a retaining wall is there, if the retaining wall is there, you have to maintain that retaining wall is stable. You can compulsory maintain some amount of soil here na? So this is a retaining wall. So what is retaining wall? Retaining wall means you just, it is placing the boundary something, your wall taken as a wall, your compound wall, like a compound wall. So if it is stable, compulsory other side it has to be supported by a soil, so okay, these are the retaining walls, how much of amount of soil we require. So this is area, and you can go through by length direction, you can find out the volume. So okay, so this is a requirement. And next, so next amount, same thing is like a reservoir. So how much of amount of water, is there in the reservoir? So reservoir na? So something reservoir like this, says something reservoir like this. So how much amount of water is there in the reservoir? If something small level is increasing, something up to level increasing, so you can calculate how much amount of water is there in the reservoir. If you use per second, so 10 meter cube per second, mostly units in feet per cubic meter per feet. In those calculations, mostly in our Indians using cusecs, not a meter cube per second, it's meter cube per feet. See, feet cube per second, not a, it's a feet cube per second, that is a cusec unit. So okay, how much amount of water is there, we have to identify the reservoirs. So these are the all complications in the civil engineering. So you need, or you have to calculate the total amount of area and volume. So if you know those values, then you can easily do the surveying work, those remaining works. Without knowing the area and volume, you can't make one step forward. So first you have to maintain those records. So what is area and volume, what is okay, how much we have to using, how much we have to left it. So like this. So that is why we we have to learn to calculate the areas and volumes. Those are the calculated by easy by what school knowledge. But why we need in a civil engineering project? Not only this, everything, any place we have to do identify the volume, volume and area. Sir, we already learned it in school, but why is the complication means? Mostly in a civil engineering plots, areas, canals, digging, earthworks, retaining wall, something irregularity of the shape. So main complications is irregularity in the shape. If shape is regular, like a triangle, rectangular shape, area is equal to A into B. Wall breadth into height. You can easily find out. But most of that our areas are irregular. So if you want to find out the irregular shape areas and irregular volumes, how can you find out? So mostly those are all approximations. You can't find out the exact. You can't find out the exact amounts. Okay, so that's it. That is our problem. Most of the are irregular shape. Okay, so to find out the irregular shape areas and volumes, so many approximations methods are there. So we have to learn those approximate methods in this section. That is the idea. That is the idea what we are learning in this chapter. Okay, understood? That's it. So irregularity in the shape. Mostly we use approximate methods. Approximate methods. Okay, so exact is not. No exact. No exact. Approximate. So approximate compulsory is proportionality. So almost equal to the exact. So that's why we require accuracy. So accuracy. Some methods are used in some ways. Some fields. These are useful. Some methods are useful. Some fields. Okay. Accuracy should be increasing. Should be increasing one by one. Okay. So that's it. Irregularity, approximate methods, accuracy we have to increase step by step, or something most accurate methods we can try to use it, but most probably they're not used. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so before the processing of find out the areas and volumes, we have to done basic surveying. Basic surveying. Sir, what is basic surveying? To find out the levels. To find out the levels or lengths. If you know the lengths and levels, lengths means if what is the area, if what is the area, you have to identify those control points and find out some of the lengths, some lengths based on those known quantities. We can find out the areas. In levels, for the levels we have to identify the volumes. So for basic, this is a canal. This is a canal. So you have to find out this level, this level, this level, this level. If you if you know the knowledge of these levels, what you have, finally you achieve this level. So how much amount of you have to dig? You have to dig. Okay. So that's it. If you know this level, this height, later you have to proceed to find out how much amount of earthwork we have to done. We have to do. Okay. So that is the next work. So first you have to do basic surveying work, levels, lengths. These are all we discussed. How to take levels of. Okay. That's it. That is the basic part of theory. No theory at all. Just what is the purpose to find out the areas and volume, in which situations we have to do this work. So how we can start the procedure? Procedure is first we have to do basic surveying. So now what are the complications in these methods? So mostly these are irregular in shape. So we use approximate methods. That's it now. Nothing more to discuss. This is the basic idea. So first we will start with areas. Later we will go through the volumes. Okay. So calculators. Areas. Mostly start with the area. So maybe First, general idea we already discussed. In by dividing the area into number of triangles. By dividing the area into number of triangles. We all will discuss it. We all discussed it in a basic surveying. Once again, I will show something like so that is a some flat area. So what we do? We will do identify the some center point. So these are divided, na? These are divided into number of triangles are. So it's maybe some of the area is excluding. Some area is excluding, na? Area is excluding. Like how I something describe it. You see, it is some may be included, some may be excluded, okay. So this will always problem. So how to rectify this? Rectify by increasing the triangles. If you increase the number of triangles more, then the rectification is will good. Are understood? Understood? This is also called finite element method. You will learn by fourth year, second semester. Maybe if you put something optional, divide into small elements. If you divide number, so if you increase the number of elements, the accuracy will be increasing. So so this will first you can divide the area into number of triangles. So number of triangles, that is easy. So if you know the lengths of these three sides, you can easily find out the area. Sir, how can? So what is the area? Area's formulas are so many are there. I don't think s into s minus a, s minus b, s minus c. There is one formula. So a, b, c are side lengths. S is circumference by 2 or perimeter by 2. A plus b plus by 2. You know it. And also otherwise, if you find out if you know the angles, area is, how can write? Half into AB sine capital C. Same is equal to half into BC sine capital A. So like this. If you know angular measurement, any one of the angular measurement, if you know it, remaining two sides are known. So you can find out like this. This is very small step, na? No need to do problems, no need to do something like west. Nothing. So number of triangles, you can divide into sub number of triangles and you can find. Okay. So mostly if you increase the number, increase the segments, accuracy will increase. You know it. No need to discuss it. Nothing. If you increase the segments, accuracy will increase. So okay. So that's it. So nothing more than to discuss it. Just a triangle and find out the area. You already did the problems. So already surveying first experiment you did now. So find out the area. So next method, by offsets to the baseline. by offsets to the baseline. Okay, offsets to the baseline. So what is baseline? You already know it. To We have to identify any two control points and to draw a line which is most probably which is the highest length. Most probably it is passing through in between the area. So like this now. So we already know what is the baseline, control points, everything. So if you see it, something area is there, something. So what is the baseline? Baseline is taken at the center plus. Mostly this is the maximum line. If you try to do this is maybe that is smaller, maybe that's smaller. Which one is you feel that which one has more length? Take it as a baseline. Almost touches the two edge points and it's divide. Try to make a baseline is it's almost divide the area entire area into two parts. Okay, the entire area into two parts. So maybe I took this the baseline. I took this the baseline. So now what we will do? We will do we will do by drawing offsets to this baseline. So we already did this experiment also, you did now. So offsets. So otherwise I will use another color. Offsets. Like this. If you know, if you draw offsets, so you find out the area. Like, so this is the area, you can get it. Okay, so you get it, you get like this now. So same opposite to the replica, so it will get like if you know the baseline. You have to identify the baseline length. You have to identify baseline length and divide into some segments. How number? So equal, most probably equal segments. Divide into equal segments. Equal segments. And you can find out now, these are the trapezoidals. These are trapezoidals. You can find out the area. You can find out the area as simple as it. As simple as it is. Sir, so some part is excluded. Excluded na? So if you take it, this is also maybe okay. So this part is excluded, something excluded. So you can easily find out the area, and also something missing. See it is, this is missing. Approximate methods, everything is approximate method. So how can we include this? So starting and ending offsets are no offsets. Offsets are not there. If starting and ending also you feel some offsets are there. If you see, this is offset, something, some distance. If starting and ending also some there, maybe this is also ending. Starting and ending, those are the complications matter. Are you know it? So starting and ending, some of the complications are arising. Maybe these are not straight lines. See it is, it's not a straight line at all. Almost it's not a straight line. Mostly these are not straight lines. So starting ending, we have some problems arising. So based on the different methods, we can try to incorporate this area into also in main area. Then only we will get good results. Otherwise everything is lacking some accuracy. So missing something na? So that is the method. So I think you did this. So first divide it, try to draw one baseline. So these are all ordinates. You know how to, these are all called ordinate also. Ordinates also. These are offsets. drawn to the this baseline. Based on that offsets, you can easily find out the area by the trapezoidal. So how can you find out the trapezoidal area? Sir, how can you find out? So you can easily find out. So now I will see first one thing. 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 we will see. So this is a basic idea how the number of plot is divided into a two parts, or maybe if it is a some good shape we can easily take as directly offsets. If something area, if area is like, if it area is there like this, so choose this one is our baseline, no problem. Sir, we have to identify, compulsory do baseline is exactly divided into two parts. No, we have to identify the area. So no need to make complications. Take this is a baseline. So because it's a perfect, okay. So try to draw this offsets. Try to make its offsets. So choose something as a baseline which is good, which is has in a good shape. So you have to draw offsets from that line. So make it is a good shape, okay, no problem. So no need to make compulsory, sir, it's compulsory draw a line in between, so divide into two parts. No, nothing. Okay, so I said it's, if it is a irregular shape, so you can draw a baseline. If it is has some regular shape, no need. Choose a one line, one side of the flat line is taken as a baseline. It's okay. So now we will see one by one method. One by one method. How we have to find out the total area. Okay, total area. So this is the second method. Now we will go through the second method. Next, third method, fourth method, and later areas. Two problems. Okay. First we will do. First method is. These are all everything you know in mathematics or something school level. Okay, nothing more complications are there. Just area, area. No integrations, no differentiations. So you feel very comfort. I think. Mid-ordinate. Mid-ordinate method. Mid-ordinate method. You see something like this. So I won't do a total project. So I will just give an idea. Okay. So if it is a baseline, so we will draw offsets. Like this. No. So like this. So assumption is assumption is, see, it is assumption. This is starting point, this is ending point. Na? So this is a starting point, this is ending point. Starting and ending ordinates are not in a regular shape. This is not assumption. If it is there, if starting and ending ordinates are not in a straight line, not in a regular shape, so we can exclude it. Okay, we can exclude it. So if it is something small, length of 50, so maybe 100 meters, you can divide into so many number of triangles, so you can exclude these two. So no problem. Don't think it is only five segments. No, it is a number of segments, so many number of segments, so you can exclude it. So okay, you can exclude it. So take it is, so this is the number ordinate 1 2 3 4 and 5. Some shape is there, but we draw only some ordinates. So I will call it as a ON. So I will join those two ordinates. So see, these are all not a regular shape. I will just make it regular shapes. So see, it is if something, this ordinate is there, but we don't know. We don't know. We will exclude those. We will exclude those. Something ordinate is there. We will exclude something. Exclude those. So what is that mid ordinate method? And also we will divide. We draw an ordinates with some small interval. That interval is same. D D D. So like G. So what is the area? Sir, we have to find out the each segment area. No need. We will do next level. So first directly how can you do? So you can choose a mid ordinate. Mid ordinate means these. So see this O1, O2, O3 something ON. Mid means average. Understood? Average ordinate. Take average ordinate. Take an average ordinate. Take an average ordinate. What is the average ordinate? Sir, O1 plus O2 plus O3 plus something ON. Divide by. So how many number? N number na? So N number. So take an average. It is not an average. It is called mid ordinate. It represents a mid ordinate. It represents a mid ordinate. Are understood? It represents a mid ordinate. So multiply with total length. So what is the total length? So total length is L. So what is that L? What is that L? L is ND. Understood? So this is the total. Something it is called a mid ordinate. Mid ordinate means see it is mid ordinate means. So these are the shape. They are like this. Like this. Maybe small pot. Maybe it will come like okay. Mid ordinate. So some space. So if you take it is a mid ordinate. Understood? This much area. Andra? Is it okay? So you can get it. If you see it is this much is excluded, this much is included, both are balanced. Almost something balanced. No need to calculate every segment area. So take a mid ordinate. Take a mid ordinate means average of those ordinates. Average of those ordinates. So by this you can get total area. This is school level area. Okay. So that's it. That is a mid ordinate method. Okay. So next average ordinate method. Next is average ordinate rule. Average ordinate rule. So in this some assumption is there. Assumption boundary ordinates are straight line. If you take in boundaries ordinates are it is something like this. Boundaries are also straight line. If you take it is if you take it as boundaries ordinates also straight line. If you take it is see it is I will start with O. So I will call it as a extremities. Na? This is ON. This is O1, O2, O3. Sir, why you didn't choose O1 is the first? Because boundary ordinates has something small importance in the later. So that's why I choose O not. I start with O not. Okay. So if like this boundary elements, boundary ordinates also we taken as a straight lines. Though how can we, how much it is? How much it is? If you see how much it is. So like this is also D. So this is average. So how can you get same nothing more than sub to ON. Divide by how much? Sir, n plus 1. Sir, what is 1 plus 1? So how many ordinates are there? 1 to n and 1 not. N plus 1 is there. 1 plus 1 is there. Na? How many ordinates are there? Not n. N plus 1. 1 not is also there. Multiply with LD. No. Same. Nothing more than this. But in the previous, same formula is simple here. Nothing. Nothing more than this. Are understood? So L D కాదు L. It's L. It's L total length. It is called ND. So how many? 1, 2, 3. 3 is there. So that's it. See, it is if O3 is there completed. How many ND? 3D. So ND. Same mid ordinate and average both probably the same. But in this we can include the end ordinates also. We can include the end ordinates also. So by this we will choose same method. But we have to assume that boundary ordinates also straight. Maybe this is a chance are there when boundaries also have some good shape. Okay, boundaries also have some good shape. Then we take boundary also so some straight lines. Then it use it same formula. Nothing. Both formulas are equal. If you see it is both are same. We did mid means and average. Both are the same meaning. So in this we choose n ordinates divided by n. In this choose n or n plus 1 ordinates we divide by n plus 1. Nothing more than, but just a small meaning, small introduction, small not introduction, small incorporated, small meaning incorporated in the in between those two. Okay, these are very simple. So take an average and multiply with sum. We can get area. Nothing. So next it has some it has small meaning. Okay, next is taken at a small meaning. So these are accuracy levels are some bit low, some bit low. We just take it at a we just taken it as a average. So some bit low. And also ending. So at ending 1, ending 2, so end sides. But at the extremities, at the boundaries, we can some most probably excluding. Some part is excluding. Okay, so that's why accuracy is low level. So next part is trapezoidal rule. You know it. You know it very well. So trapezoidal. Trapezoidal. What is the trapezoidal rule? See it is. Same thing. Like this there, this is from O1, O2, O3, this is ON. So most everything we can divide the segments into equal number of parts. Okay, equal number of parts like this up to n. So what is the trapezoidal rule? So see it is see it is first we have to find out the area of this zone. Find out the area of this zone. What is the area of this zone? How can you find out the trapezoidal area? So first this is a delta 1 I called as area. What is that area? So you can take it as O0 plus O1 divided by 2 multiply with D. Easy enough? That's it. Na? So what is the trapezoidal area? So O1 plus O0 plus O1 by 2. That is the not called as average. So summation. So average value. Average value of multiply with D. And also you can, that's the exactly formula of trapezoid, not as average. It's exact. O1 plus O0 divided by 2 multiply with D. We can get the area. Are understood? So that's it. Na? That is the delta. So if you find out the second area, if you want to find out the second area, this area, what is that area? What is that area? O1 plus O2 divided by 2 multiply with D. That's it. Na? So individually calculated. Individually calculated. So if you go through this, what is this value? Ending area. This is ON minus 1. Okay, what is that? Delta n is what? O(n1 minus n divided by 2 multiply with d. That's it, na? That's it. So individual area. So total area is what? O0 plus O1 by 2. So D is common outside D. O1 plus O2 by 2 up to On1 minus On by 2. That's it, na? That's it. That is the total area. That's the total area, na? So you can take this total area. Summation of every individual area will get total area. So if you see it is O1 is one time coming, only one time. If you see O1 by 2, O1 by 2, this you can see it is O1 by 2, this is O1 by 2. O1 by 2 plus O1 by 2, what will come? O1. But if you see O0, O0 will come only one time. If you see same thing On by 2, last ordinate also come only one time. So On minus 1, again in the previous segment it will come like this, On by 2. So if you summation it, it will come like On by 2, O0 by 2 plus O1, O2 up to On by 2. That's it, na? That's it, na? So O0 will come only one side, one time. That's why O0 by 2. Same On, last ordinate coming only one time. So On by 2. Remaining all will get two times. O1 by 2, O1 by 2. So those are addition, will get O1. If you see it is same thing. O0 plus On by 2 plus O1 plus O2 plus something On minus 1. That's it. That is the total area. This is the total area. So I understood. That's it. This is the area. Same thing. This is a trapezoidal rule. So what is the trapezoidal rule? Trapezoidal rule also it will only trapezoidal. Every segment, every area divided into some amount of trapezoidals. So we can calculate the every trapezoidal area and sum it. Okay. So for that, it's just a see this. So you can write it is like a yard. The average of the end offsets to the sum of the intermediate offsets multiply the total sum to the common distance between the ordinates. You can write like this: add the average of the end ordinates to the sum of the intermediate offsets and multiply the total sum to the common distance between the ordinates. That's it. But if you go through deep in the mathematical phenomena, see it is the importance of the middle ordinates has 1 degree. The importance of the edge ordinates, ending ordinates has importance to 50%. I understood. So that means what? The end ordinates importance is reduced compared with the middle ordinates, because yes, in reality also middle ordinate has more important. End ordinates has some exclusivity, something there. So end ordinates has no importance. That is a mathematical phenomenon. You can go, but if you observe it, something like this, these are not something like this. There is no importance of end ordinates. There is no importance of end ordinates here. If you see same thing, if this is ND, NN cancel D, same thing. There is no importance of end ordinates. There is no importance of the end ordinates. If you go through this average ordinate rule, the importance of the end ordinates has also given 100%. O1 plus On. Importance of the end ordinates also has given 100%. But if you go through the trapezoidal rule, the importance of the mid ordinates is higher compared with the end ordinates. That is a real. That is a real approximation. Same thing. That's the understanding a mathematical view. The weightage factor. I think you call it as a weightage factor. Weightage, na? So how much weightage you have given to the that subject? You can understand, na? So something subjects are there, some mathematics are in Telugu. So we can give a weightage of 50% to this. Also mid exam, end exam. So mid exam given weightage of 20%, end exam give 80% weightage. So real like this. So end ordinates have a 50% of importance to the mid ordinates. That is the exact, almost it's converging to the exact solution. Converging to the exact solution, na? Are understanding like a mathematical idea. Okay, so that's it. That's it. Enough. So this is the trapezoidal rule. I think you learned in 10th class. I think otherwise in so many different subjects also you learn it. But the understanding, see is the understanding. Importance, weightage factor, like weightage factor. So take in weightage factor. It is a for this weightage factor is 1. This weightage factor is off. Those weightage factor. That is also one term. These terms will come in every subject. Almost every subject has something like this: weightage factors, weightage, importance factor. Okay, that's it. This is a trapezoidal rule. So tomorrow we will discuss with Simpson rule, Simpson one-third rule. So later we will solve some of the problems and later we will go through the next topic. These are not difficult topics. Just given ordinates, just sum it and multiply with the length. Multiply with the common side. Multiply with the common side or segment length. That's it. No complications in the doing of problems. No complications. Just sum and multiply. That's it. So problems are very not a big, very simple, very simple. Just addition and summation. Addition and multiplying and sum. That's it. Okay. So tomorrow we'll discuss Simpson one-third rule. Okay, we will solve problems tomorrow. 2, 3. No more. No need to more to do because best just addition. So